Alright, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be cooking our holiday vegan roast. The first thing you want to start off with is 14 ounces of firm tofu. You want to crumble that up and put it in the food processor. The food processor is the best way to do it. It makes it very easy. Now we want to go to our nutritional yeast, and we want to do 3 tablespoons of this. And I'm doing a little bit more because I picked up the half tablespoon instead of the tablespoon. All right, now we want to put in our white miso paste. And you want to do 1 tablespoon of that also. All right, now that we got our miso paste in, now let's go to our onion powder. We're gonna do 2 teaspoons of onion powder. All right, next we're gonna do our veggie broth. You can do the powder, it's the best way to do it, but if you don't have the powder, you can just do cubes or just a base. And you want to do 2 teaspoons of this. All right, now we want to add in our garlic powder. I'm just going to do 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. You're also going to do a half a teaspoon of salt, if you prefer it. All right, now we have our thyme leaves. We're gonna do half a teaspoon of those also. And the last thing we'll use is 1/4 a teaspoon of ground sage. All right, now we're going to blend everything up until it's smooth. All right, so you want to make sure you scrape everything off the wall so everything blends up pretty smooth. All right, now it's ready to go. So now we're adding our vital wheat gluten, and you want to do 1.5 cups of that. And once you blend this up, it's going to create a ball. And that's why I like this method better. It's much easier and faster. And as you can see, the ball is starting to form. And now you have your roast ready to shape. All right, so you want to shape the roast into an oval shape. If you can, try to resemble, a roast. So you just shape it into an oval shape. Doesn't have to be perfect, but just get it the best way you can. All right, once we have it shaped, we're gonna put our foil on it, and you want to, you don't want to wrap it tight. You want to kind of have it loose, and want to wrap it twice. And now it's time to steam it. So I'm using the Ninja Foodie. It has a steam option on it. So usually if you don't have this, you can just use a pot of water or on the stove steamer. Since I'm using the Ninja, it's only going to take like 30 minutes. But if you were using it on the stove, then it would take up to an hour. All right, so now that it's steamed, we let it sit overnight. And now we want to put our sauce on it that we made up. So the best way to do it is just let it sit in the refrigerator overnight. That'll cool it to where it needs to be. Take it out the next day and it's ready to go. So now we're doing our sauce on it, and it's gonna help have that crispy outside of it. Now you can use rice paper. In this video, I didn't use rice paper, but it'd be the same way. So you just wet the rice paper, put it on, then you'll brush the butter sauce on it. And we're gonna do this right before we bake it. All right, now we put it in the oven, and we want to bake it for 15 minutes. Once it comes out, you want to take it out and brush the rest of the butter sauce on it. And just make sure you evenly coat it, but go ahead and put the rest of that sauce on it. And then once we're done, we're gonna go ahead and bake it for another 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. I did this one 20 minutes. It came out a little bit more done, more crispier. But 15 minutes is probably the best to do it, 15 to 18 minutes more. So now you have the roast, it's done, it's ready to go now. And you just look at the texture of it. And there you have it, the vegan holiday roast. It's even better the next day. Once you put it in the refrigerator and you come back the next day, it tastes even better. All right, please like, share, and subscribe.